over here with the left coast lean, Barbary Allen coming at you. You know what I mean. Those of you that know me know genealogy is a major kink of mine. I'm very much into it. World War II was going on, and so was Grandma. What that means is my dad was born illegitimate. He didn't know who his real dad was. In fact, he died never having known. So yeah. Madden is not my real last name. It's a cool last name. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely got curb appeal. Everybody knows. Madden football. It's in the game, man. Madden. You related to him? No. Nope, I'm not. I mean, yeah, there's probably some distant connection because I do have cousins that are Maddens, and I have plenty of Maddens that are related to me, but we're not Maddens. Turns out we're shoemates or Shemet. They love Shemet. But anyhow, Dad never knew his dad, and Madden was the last name of his mom's husband at the time that she was cheating on him and banging Mr. Shoemate back in 1941 in some silly cotton field down in Arizona. But the point is, had we been blonde hair and blue eyes with the last name like Madden, nobody probably would have fucking noticed. Very Irish name, Irish looking, but I don't look Irish. Not even a little. I got dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes, Mediterranean features. When a cop pulls me over and looks at my license and they see M-A-D-D-E-N, and you know that fucking cop played Madden football. You know he did. And yet he can still look at M-A-D-D-E-N, look at my face and go, Madine? Madani. No, it's Irish, it's Madden. Oh. They have no problem reading M-A-D-D-E-N when it's on the fucking video game, but when it's on my ID, it confuses them. Alan Madden becomes Alan, Madan, Madini? Oh, well, I don't understand. Yeah, whatever. So, growing up, again, the dark skin might not have been an issue. Again, had you had blonde hair, blue eyes, Madden, nobody would have noticed. And again, the dark skin might not have been an issue, but for 1979, the hostage crisis, and all of a sudden my 11-year-old cute little brown-skinned kid with curly hair who looked like, some Persian prince or something exotic and cute. Now I'm dangerous. Now I look like a terrorist plane hijacker. That was the thing in the late 70s and the 80s. They were hijacking planes, man. Hijacking planes. Terrorists hijacking planes. Oh my God, I'm going to hijack a plane and ask them to fly me to where the fuck ever. Fly me to Disneyland. But, so yeah, having that dark skin, not knowing where the name came from, and, again, having the dark skin making it obvious, they're not sure where we came from, and then learning the story that, Mom, Grandma, and Grandpa, supposedly, Mr. Madden, Grandma and Mr. Madden, were legally, I guess, separated. I'm not sure. Just know that Grandma was messing around with other men, got pregnant, had the baby, and would not tell anybody who the father was. Now, there were some members of our family, extended family, that knew, but had been sworn to secrecy. And it worked. She took the name to her grave. My dad, even after she died, she had outlived the only people that seemed to know. And so when he died, there was nobody alive still to tell him, hey, this is who your dad was. It took DNA testing for me to figure it out. And even then it took a decade or more of waiting for Dad to come in. It wasn't like I just went and got a DNA test and had my answer. I didn't. This is a long story. But anyway, what got it started, again, we've got clearly a little lust in the dust. Grandma's cheating on her husband. Dark-skinned, You know, and that threw it off because Grandma had blue eyes and Mr. Madden had blue or green eyes. Dad come out with big brown eyes just like mine. Blood types didn't match up either. So everything, you know, Grandma kept trying to say, oh, my grandmother went so far as to say that the babies must have got switched in the hospital. She was so dedicated to the lie that she never cheated on her husband. That she never cheated. That the babies must have been switched in the hospital. Or before science proved it wrong. I just can't even understand in the 50s. I remember in the 60s and 70s somebody trying to tell me, as a child, a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, well, it's just a recessive gene. It's just a throwback from his grandpa. His great-great-grandpa, he was Native American, and that he's just a throwback genes. It doesn't fucking work that way, okay? Yeah, it doesn't work that way. And we know that now. But in the 50s and 60s, we had to listen to those lies and just go, okay. Okay, sure, whatever, okay. Now we know better. We know you can't switch the blood types. We know you can't, DNA is not going to fucking lie. DNA doesn't skip generations. Two blonde-haired, blue-eyed people are not going to have a black child. If they have a black child, it's because Mama wasn't faithful. Pretty fucking simple. So, now, throw onto the fire that, the part that I didn't mention, was that when I turned 6 years old, or shortly before my 6th birthday, my mom and dad joined the Mormon church. The Mormons are really into genealogy. So yeah, again, brown skin got to be explained. Irish last name, clearly not Irish. World War II was going on. Grandma was a bit of a hoe. Dad never knew who his father was. And, I made a childish promise to my dad that I was going to find out. No, Grandma, I didn't care what Grandma said. And, didn't care. They could lie as much as they want. I was going to find the answer. I was going to be a little detective. Mom and Dad both in law enforcement and whatnot. So, yeah, I made that promise. I was 10, 12 years old. I didn't realize I'd be I'd be over 40 before I could actually come through with the promise. That my dad would be dead for a decade before I actually found out what his last name was. So I still haven't managed to go back and put it on his headstone. But yeah, so Mormonism, dark skin that can't be explained, Irish last name that doesn't belong to you. Grandma clearly was a bit of a hoe. That's where my genealogy bent came from. And again, I already loved history, and genealogy will give you a better feel and appreciation and fascination with history. So, anyway, that's just a little background on the beginnings of my hunt for my paternal line. There'll be more in this series. So we're going to call, let's see, the Left Coast Lean, Talking Genealogy. Yeah, that's what we'll call this. All right, Barbary Allen out.